Fantasy is what we'd like things to be like. I'm now 80.
Right.
And if I can last 20 more years and have my head in a box and my mentality in a box, then you can cruise the world's electronic pathways. You can touch, talk, listen, hear, smell, anywhere you are.
But how should I imagine that? I mean, could I touch my daughter? I'm talking to her
over Skype. Over Skype, yeah. We can high five here, right? You
no
can
shit.
say, yeah, like this, right?
I can high five.
You can high five here, yes.
I can touch her.
You can touch her. You can touch her cheek and say like, oh, you know, honey, you feel hot. Maybe, you know, you have a fever. Maybe you should go check a doctor. Maybe she can bring her pet, you know, and say, oh, you know, touch my, you know, whatever, bunny or something.
What happens when your daughter decides to upload her mind into a machine? Do you still love her? Is it okay to erase her program?
Dit noemen we nu een smartphone.
Maar het is geen telefoon.
Dit is geen phone. Is dit de digitale verpersoonlijking van mij? Of is dat de interface tussen mij en de digitale wereld?
The data is more important than the article.
Architecture is not a goal, it's a means. Architecture is there to support life. This is going to be the cleanest waste-to-energy power plant in the world. It's going to be completed in 2017. You know, somehow the job was to how can you make such a big building that it doesn't like piss off all the neighbors.
Yeah.
And making it look good is one thing, but if it actually becomes like a big public park where you can do something that you can't do anywhere else in Denmark, skiing, suddenly it becomes a real contribution. You know, as people, we actually have not only the possibility to create the city we want to live in, we have the responsibility to make the city we want to live in.
Well, my view is that the mega cities are already with us, so it's not part of the future, it's with us already. Most of the mega cities we live in Asia are dumps. People who live in small countries with small cities are saying profound things about we can design these things ecologically. I don't have time to go into the details, but I would argue that most mega cities cannot be ecologically sustained. I don't think you need to be a rocket scientist to know that 5-6 billion Asians in 2050 cannot and should not aspire to live Western lifestyles. This is simply not possible because the current Western economic model essentially thrives on underpricing resources and externalizing true costs.
So something incredible has happened in Germany in the last 5 years. So between 2008 and 2012, the cost of solar panels has fallen by 80%. 40% of all the electricity consumed in Germany came from solar power. 40%. So it's equivalent, when the sun is shining, of 35 nuclear power plants was built in 4 years, creating 110,000 jobs. That's the difference that policy makes, that is progressive, looking to the future and solving tomorrow's problems, not yesterday's problems.
So the goal here is not necessarily replace the world with a virtual representation, but make our world we live in richer and better.
I think just striving for excellence in whatever you do is a very powerful human motive, and it always will be.